Hi and welcome. I'm Schornack.
I'm Cristina Mendonsa. Coming up next on News 10 at 5, a newborn baby is safe, but police want to find the girl who handed him to a stranger then ran away. Plus,
windy weather already here. Next up, the rain. Take a look at News 10 Doppler Radar Network. We have showers approaching. We'll have more on this forecast coming up.
Plus, have you noticed traffic in Roseville running a little smoother lately? We'll find out what's being done to save you more time on the road. News 10 at 5 starts right now.
And now, this is News 10 at 5.
Well, if you're headed out this evening, be sure and take a jacket and an umbrella. The high winds are already moving in, and the rain is, you can see a few clouds there. It is not too far behind. Now, it's still early October, but in a few hours from now, it is going to feel like mid-December.
News 10's Patty Souza is tracking the storm from the Weather Center. Patty?
All right, let's get started with our winds out there and, of course, increasing clouds across the Central Valley. And our cameras from the News 10 studios looking off to the northwest. You can see kind of in the foreground there, we have Interstate 5 and then the Tower Bridge just off to the right. But to the left, you could see a lot of those dark clouds coming in. And within those clouds, we actually have some rain. We're going to be tracking that for you coming up with News 10 Doppler Radar Network. The bigger story, though, the wind that's been coming in this afternoon. We have that wind advisory in effect tonight through Wednesday morning for all the areas in blue, and that includes some of the higher foothills, the west slope of the Sierra, the Tahoe Basin, all the way north toward Plumas County, Lassen Park, even portions of Lake County under that wind advisory. Current winds about 10 miles per hour in Sacramento, but we've seen those winds up near 20 miles per hour. They're just going to fluctuate every hour, and you could see steady wind at 28 miles per hour in Fairfield. We've had gusts exceeding 35 miles per hour in the Delta, and wind gusts could reach 55 miles per hour tonight in the Sierra. So the cold front is just now coming in. That front will come through overnight tonight. It'll bring more wind for the valley. So this is kind of just the beginning. And of course, more wind in the Sierra along with that rain. And we'll track that rain, as I mentioned, coming up on News 10 Doppler Radar Network.
Okay, thank you very much, Patty. Well, the search is on tonight for a young mother who police say handed her newborn boy to a stranger at a bus stop and ran away. The baby was handed off yesterday morning. He's doing fine tonight thanks to the work of emergency crews and a Good Samaritan. News 10's Deborah Hoffman has the latest.
I have been on abandoned baby calls before.
Captain Martin Cordero and the rest of the firefighters at Station 15 were worried as they headed out on the first call of their shift.
In the update of the dispatch, it mentioned that it was a newborn that was handed off to a person at a bus stop.
A woman was on her way to work, waiting for the bus at Truxell and San Juan in Natomas when a teenager handed her a baby.
Asked her to hold her newborn baby while she made up a bottle of milk for her. After handing the baby over to the woman, the young lady basically took off running.
She was shocked.
According to police, the woman then went to this nearby grocery store to get supplies.
She came inside with the newborn and purchased some baby formula, but according to employees here, never told anyone what had just happened.
She also purchased some diapers and a baby sleeper, then called for emergency crews from her home nearby.
It was sleeping peacefully. It looked very good. Color was good. Respiratory rate was good. Pulse was good. It had its umbilical cord still attached to it, of course.
The firefighters were all relieved and wondering why the young mother did not utilize California's Safely Surrender Baby Law, which allows babies under 72 hours old to be dropped at hospitals and fire stations, no questions asked.
I'm thankful this wasn't a dumpster baby case.
Police are now looking for the woman who handed over the baby. She's described as a white female, approximately 16 years old, 5'3", with a small build and strawberry blonde hair. She was wearing a red hooded jacket, gray sweatpants, and was described as having a dirty appearance.
I'm really thankful that it happened at least this way, and there was a good citizen that took part, in this whole exchange.
Deborah Hoffman, News 10.
Well, the young mother could face child neglect or abandonment charges, but police say it's unlikely she'll face charges. They're more worried about her health and safety. Since the state passed the Safely Surrender Law in 2001, 201 newborns have been safely surrendered in California. Currently, the law states that a parent or person with lawful custody can surrender a newborn within 3 days of birth. That person must take the baby to a hospital, ER, designated firehouse, or other safe surrender site. There is a proposal on the governor's desk that would extend that time frame to 7 days.
At least 2 law enforcement officers are under investigation tonight. The allegations that an off-duty Sacramento Sheriff's deputy was suspected of DUI, but a Roseville police officer let him go. The incident happened last Thursday about 1 o'clock in the morning. The off-duty sheriff sergeant was pulled over on Douglas Road near Harding. A field test reportedly showed that his blood alcohol level was at .16. That is twice the legal limit. But the Roseville police officer apparently did not arrest the sergeant and let him go home with a friend.
The information suggests that it was my employee who in fact violated the law and in the course of so doing put the motoring public at risk and brought discredit to his profession.
Our philosophy is to enforce the law in a fair and impartial way, and just because this person happened to be another law enforcement officer, they shouldn't necessarily get a special privilege.
And now tonight, News 10 is learning that there may be more deputies involved. We will have more information on that coming up tonight for you on News 10 at 6. He answered the call to serve his community, but he died at the hands of a drunk driver. A solemn ceremony is underway this afternoon in Rockland to remember Officer Matthew Redding. Family, friends, and fellow officers are unveiling a new highway sign. From now on, the Highway 65 Stanford Ranch Road interchange has a new name: Rockland Police Officer Matthew J. Redding Memorial Interchange. 2 years ago today, Officer Redding was killed by a drunk driver on Highway 65. He was conducting traffic control at the time after another traffic stop. Earlier this year, Eric Dungan was convicted of second-degree murder for killing Officer Matt Redding.
Well, tonight the Sacramento Kings kick off their preseason schedule with a game against the Seattle Supersonics at Arco Arena. While the Kings and Sonics play for practice, the very real issue of where a new arena may be built is still top of mind. Tonight, Sacramento City leaders will be briefed on the progress of the NBA's proposal to build an arena at Cal Expo. This follows the decision by the governing board of Cal Expo last month to begin talks with the NBA. In previous meetings with Sacramento officials, NBA consultant John Moog made it clear taxpayers would not be asked to foot the bill for a new facility. However, another major issue along with funding is going to be the traffic on the already congested Capital City Freeway.
Traffic congestion is a growing problem in many Northern California communities, and the steps being taken by one city to ease congestion are working. That's according to a national report card just out today. News 10's Alicia Malaby joins us live from Roseville tonight with a few friends and a story. Alicia.
Hi, Dale. I'm here at Riverside and Kirby. Traffic is pretty thick right now, but Roseville prides itself in keeping traffic moving smoothly, even at intersections like this, even at times like this. In fact, the National Report Card gave Roseville a respectable B- for the way it coordinates its traffic lights. A new traffic system is getting much of the credit.
From this Roseville flower shop, deliveryman Bob Schlager takes off on his daily rounds, driving 50 to 60 miles on city streets.
Probably in the delivery business, the idea would be not stopping at all. You have all green lights.
With people like Schlager in mind, Roseville is trying to make the drive a smooth one.
Well, traffic is getting heavier because the population is expanding.
A challenge in a growing city with more than 100,000 people.
You can just click anywhere in the panoramic and it'll go to that point too.
That's where Roseville's traffic center enters the picture. From this cubicle, engineers keep their pulse on traffic with the help of ITS, the Intelligent Transportation System.
It allows us to do some advanced signal timing where the signals adjust themselves. If it gets real busy out there, they'll add more green time for a particular direction.
With cameras installed at nearly 60 intersections and sensors tracking the flow of cars, the system automatically coordinates traffic lights. And that, Roseville says, saves drivers 3,000 hours a day in travel time.
I don't think traffic's too bad. Never been too much of a problem with me.
Yeah.
I drive a lot.
Backups. Every light you go to, you have a backup. Maybe the lights aren't synchronized well enough. I don't know. But yeah, there's just a lot of traffic.
While Roseville admits there's more work to be done, the city wants drivers to get where they're going without delays.
The city is moving in the right direction, and that's what we like to see.
For Bob Schlager, the efforts are appreciated every time he makes a delivery.
And by the way, the average for the 400 cities who took part in this report card, the average grade was a D. So Roseville's B- was actually pretty good. Sac County took part in the study as well, receiving a B. Now, overall, the goal here is for traffic to move smoothly and for drivers to save time when they're out on the roadways. Reporting live from Roseville, I'm Alicia Malaby. Dale, back to you.
Well, and cars not sitting in traffic jams, maybe that means the air is a little cleaner too. There's all sorts of benefits.
A lot of things, and it also saves on fuel consumption. They say drivers actually will save on fuel as well, not as much stop-and-go traffic.
All right, saving a little money. See, there you go. Good stuff. Sure. Thanks, Alicia. Traffic is a major concern in Citrus Heights this evening.
Yeah, a major road construction project on Greenback Lane has the potential to tie up the evening commute. Angel Cardenas is on the case for us. What's up, Angel?
Hey, guys, that major construction entails a widening project on Greenback Lane. We have our incredible red helicopter Air 10 high above Greenback Lane to give you some live pictures where traffic's moving right now. Not too bad due to this construction project, that is. So let me give you the details. Today, westbound Greenback Lane, the number 2 and 3 lanes will be closed from Dewey to Auburn. Tomorrow, Wednesday, eastbound lanes, number 2 and 3 lanes, that is, will be closed from Auburn to Dewey. And then on Thursday, the number 1 lanes in both directions on Greenback Lane will be closed there. Hopefully Thursday evening construction should wrap up. So right now, guys, things not too bad. In the meantime, let me give you some quick alternate routes if you live in the Citrus Heights area. Madison Avenue is a good bet to skirt around Greenback Lane, or Auburn Boulevard if you want to jump on to the 80 from that part of town. So hopefully that saves you a little bit of time. Guys, I just can't get enough of Air 10. Love it. What about you guys?
We can't get enough of Joe Montana when you're flying with him on Friday night. Well, I mean, not that we're feeling the love for you, but we love your companion, Joe.
They'll make that Friday night appearance.
All right, thanks. Coming up next on News 10 at 5, the economy was the focus of this afternoon's Republican presidential debate, but the candidates had to make room for one more. Fred Thompson right there. He made his first debate since tossing his hat into the ring. Reporter Marcy Brightwell is keeping an eye on the action.
And look for some of the action in the weather department be happening later on tonight. Patty says we're about to get some rain. Look at those dark clouds.
Closed captioning is brought to you in part by Sleep Train Mattress Centers. Your ticket to a better night's sleep.
The sweet return of crispy honey chicken. Just $5.99, only at Pickup Sticks.
The all-new Dodge Grand Caravan.
Some things for you, some things for me.
It only happens once a year, the Plumbery's Giant Tent Sale, where everything is on sale. Like the bold look of Kohler, from Kohler tubs and fixtures to Kohler accessories and faucetry. Just find your way to the Plumbery's annual tent sale and you'll discover amazing savings. This weekend only, take I-80 to the Rockland Road exit.
You'll find it at the Plumbery, the Plumbery.
Expect some rain for the valley. It will be heavy at times. We'll be seeing some of those showers around the noontime hour and expect that for your evening commute. Tomorrow we drop to the 60s. We're expecting the low pressure system to move inland. That will bring us clouds. Your school forecast for today at the bus stop. I'd grab a jacket. Temperatures only starting off. You see today, and winds out of the northwest 10 to 15 miles per hour.
News 10 weather, connected to our community. And now, this is News 10 at 5.
California Assembly Speaker Flavio Nunez is on the hot seat. Some say he's been living like a high roller. A complaint filed with the Fair Political Practices Commission accuses the Speaker of using campaign money for luxurious personal expenses. As News 10 reported earlier this week, mandatory campaign filings show the Speaker has spent $70,000 on airline flights to Italy and France, luxury hotels in Barcelona, high-end restaurants and retailers, including $2,500 at Louis Vuitton. Nunez told a reporter last week there isn't much difference between how he lives and how most middle-class people live, The Fair Political Practices Commission will take a look at the complaint and decide whether an investigation is warranted.
Well, there was a new twist to the presidential race today. Republican candidates squared off in another debate. This one, though, a little different. There was a new addition to the cast.
News 10's Marcy Brightwell is live in the newsroom with more on Fred Thompson's debate debut. Marcy?
Well, it was the 6th Republican debate so far this year, but it was the first debate performance for the former Senator Fred Thompson. Organizers had to place another podium on the stage for the newcomer candidate. It was a significant test for the actor turned politician. Thompson's campaign is trying to gain traction after a late start and recent stumbles. Today, he took a few hits for his late entry into the race. He was asked by the CNBC moderator if he regretted waiting so long.
No, I don't think I waited too long. It seems about right to me. I've enjoyed watching these fellas. I got to admit, it was getting a little boring without me, but I'm glad to be here now.
Our thanks to the audience today. Thompson entered the race last month. Today's debate was sponsored by CNBC. It focused on the economy and financial issues. That debate was held in Dearborn, Michigan. But a California issue is also getting some attention from a presidential candidate. Today, Democratic presidential hopeful Barack Obama urged Governor Schwarzenegger to sign legislation dealing with illegal immigrant students. The bill has been highlighted in a number of Capitol rallies this month. The legislation would allow illegal immigrants who graduate from California high schools to apply for financial aid, making them eligible for community college fee waivers and Cal grants. Senator Obama says he sponsored similar legislation when he was in the Illinois State House and says a veto would only worsen California's illegal immigration problem. The California legislature passed that bill last month, but the governor's signature is doubtful. He vetoed a similar bill last year, saying it would be unfair to legal citizens who may not be able to get financial aid because it could go to illegal immigrant students instead. Governor Schwarzenegger has until October 14th to make his decision. Live in the newsroom, back to you, Christina Dale.
All right, thanks, Marcy.
Well, still ahead at 5, they're learning more than Espanol at one Davis school.
But I think it opens up a lot of possibilities, both in terms of job prospects for them as they grow older, but also just a real respect for cultures that are different from their own.
We'll meet our News 10 Teacher of the Month coming up next.
And News 10 Doppler radar network sweeping the skies, picking up some rain, especially out to the west. A few spotty showers to the north and to the south. It's all going to be moving through tonight. Your forecast coming up.
Delivering more than 9,000 babies each year. Mercy. Experience excellence.
When it comes to safety, Honda has always had a reputation for cutting-edge technology. The all-new Accord for 2008 continues in that tradition. Advanced compatibility engineering body structure, vehicle stability assist, 6 airbags, and active front head restraints. It's enough to brighten anyone's day. The all-new 2008 Accord from Honda.
In 1998, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians made promises to the people of California. Promises we have kept. We kept gaming on reservation lands,
invested in our people.
Creating non-gaming businesses means jobs on and off the reservation. And San Manuel delivered on our promise to help our neighbors. Promises made a decade ago continue to benefit all Californians. Join Californians for self-reliance.
Local high schools facing off in some interesting competitions. It's the HD Challenge Thursdays on News 10.
I didn't know there was one more step on that ladder. That I'd break my arm in 6 places, have 3 separate surgeries. I didn't know I'd be in a cast for 6 months. Physical therapy for what seemed like forever. I didn't know when I chose Hill Physicians as my medical group, it was one of the biggest decisions of my life. That Hill Physicians would give me access to 3,000 of the best doctors in Northern California. Easy referrals to 1,800 top specialists. Or that I'd be sending my surgeon a thank you card. I also didn't know my son would be so good at soccer, and that he'd take after his mother in so many ways.
Consistently rated among the best in California, choose Hill Physicians as your medical group when you sign up with your HMO insurance plan. Visit us at hillphysicians.com.
It's good to know.
Welcome back and happy 5th anniversary to the bull market. The Dow was in record territory today, up 120. The Nasdaq was also up by 16. Well, she first started learning Spanish in junior high school. She eventually studied and worked in Mexico and Spain.
And now Lynn Angelo spends her day teaching Spanish to young students in Davis. And Karen Massey tells us that she is also News 10's Teacher of the Month.
¿Hay árboles donde viven ustedes?
It's all about trees in this first grade class.
Las ranas. Las ranas.
But getting these children to understand is a tough assignment.
The majority of our students at this school are non-Spanish speakers. Their primary language, in most cases, is English.
Lynn Angelo teaches at Cesar Chavez Elementary in Davis, a language immersion school where almost all academics are in Spanish in the early years, and English is gradually introduced as children grow older.
But it requires a great deal of energy because as teachers we need to model everything that we're doing. Jack, en las ramas. ¿Qué hay en las ramas de los árboles?
She pantomimes to get children to understand the parts of a tree.
4, 5, 6.
A huge slice from a tree bolsters counting and helps them determine the tree's age.
We cover science, math, language arts, social studies.
And this former arts history expert who worked in museums in Spain and San Francisco also infuses lots of art in her lessons.
I really honor their work because you really see each child's voice, their interpretation of what it was coming through, and no two pieces are the same.
Some students have also traveled outside the U.S. and realized knowing Spanish can help.
So I can speak to more people in the restaurant and the hotel.
And you can understand them.
Yeah, so I can speak to other people in Spanish.
Angelo explains being bilingual has other benefits.
But I think it opens up a lot of possibilities, both in terms of job prospects for them as they grow older, but also just a real respect for cultures that are different from their own.
And while they're in her world, she hopes these little ones learn another big lesson.
At first grade, we work a lot on socialization skills, but mostly a love of learning. I want to expose them to as much as possible.
In Davis, Karen Massey, News 10.
Lynn Angelo students and their parents can also count on a trip to Sacramento's Crocker Art Museum. By the way, that's a trip that Angelo pays for out of her own pocket. If you'd like to nominate someone for Teacher of the Month, go to news10.net, scroll down to Education, and click on Teacher of the Month. You'll find a nomination form.
Lovely woman.
Yep.
All right, let's talk to Patty. We've got some weather coming in, some big dark clouds bearing down on us.
Yeah, they are. We're going to look at Doppler radar in a minute, but temperature is running about 15 degrees cooler for Sacramento, 14 degrees cooler at Fairfield. Everybody's seeing these cooler temperatures today, and we think tomorrow will be even cooler yet. So I have News 10 Doppler radar network in motion just to show you the general movement, everything moving from the southwest off to the northeast. We'll actually expand the view for you, and then we're going to stop it here in a second. So you see these big chunks of rain off the coast right in there, just off of San Francisco along 101 as you head through the Sonoma and Mendocino coast. Well, all that's going to be moving in the next couple of hours and overnight while you're sleeping. As we get in a little bit closer, you see some of this rain near Chico and even just to the west of Stockton. Some of that, it's there in the clouds, but it's not hitting the ground. So our low levels are still a little bit dry, but eventually tonight everything's going to moisten up, and this big area of rain out here will hit the ground. So we're going to see some rain a little bit later tonight and first thing in the morning, and that's really our big story in the valley. There's some of the dark cloud cover looking off toward the west from our Cal Expo camera. Even some Sierra snow tonight. Snow level is going to be a little bit higher to start, but look at that view. We started out with sun, and of course in Stockton our camera's pointed at some cats. We'll show you the Stockton camera in the 6 o'clock hour, but we have cloudy skies in Stockton. And then looking at our Tahoe camera, still some sunshine. But late tonight, probably around midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., we're going to start to see the precipitation falling in the Sierra. Right now it's 59 in Tahoe, 65 Sacramento. We're in the 70s for Stockton, Modesto, and Marysville. All right, here comes that cold front. It's been increasing the wind during the day today, but the wind is only going to get stronger as we head through the night tonight, and that's why we still have those wind advisories posted up across the west slope of the Sierra. Even the eastern foothills, places like Paradise and Chico, you're going to see winds gusting well over 30 miles per hour tonight. It's already pretty windy. So we're going to start out temperatures in the mid-30s tonight, and then it's going to start to cool toward morning, and we think snow levels will start around 7,000 feet, getting down to as low as about 5,500 to 6,000 feet tomorrow early. High of just 52 in Truckee. Now the winds you see on the maps here, Those wind speeds are for tonight. 15 to 30 miles per hour in the Sierra, gusts possible up near 55 miles per hour. 10 to 20 mile per hour winds in the foothills. Look for rain much later tonight while you're sleeping, and first thing in the morning for the commute. I think we'll see some rain falling in possibly Jackson and Angels Camp. In the San Joaquin Valley a little later tonight, more rain comes in first thing in the morning. We'll see a high of just 70 in Stockton. We think it's going to be a cool day in Napa with just 70 degrees. And look for showers tonight and the first part of your Wednesday in the Bay Area. And for the central Sacramento Valley, I think we'll see those showers, some of it again showing up on radar, not quite hitting the ground, but we're going to see it in the next few hours really coming into the central Sacramento Valley along with the winds. For Sacramento, we're looking at a high of just 69 tomorrow. And here's your 7-day. So we see morning rain, then we dry out, nice Thursday, and then Friday, a little shot of rain maybe for Friday night football. The weekend looks dry, and then we'll see more showers Monday and Tuesday, and that's what we're looking at in the San Joaquin Valley. A quick look at the Sierra. I think it's just going to be unsettled all the way through next week.
I don't know, but several days of snow there, that starts to add up a little bit.
Yeah, a couple inches here, a couple inches there.
And soon we're skiing. Thanks, Patty.
Still ahead on News 10 at 5. If kangaroos have 9 lives, this guy will have just about used them all up this weekend. Yikes! There you go.
So scary. Getaway. Play today at Atlantis Casino Resort Spa, Reno. You get a lot more at Anna's.
Your table looks beautiful. Isn't this the tablecloth we saw at the department store?
The same one.
About $20, right?
Yes, but I got it at Anna's for only $7.99.
Just $7.99?
Everybody's talking about Anna's.
Anna's.
Nasal allergy symptoms like congestion can occur at any time, and it's hard to avoid the things that cause them. Prescription Nasonex helps relieve nasal allergy symptoms, like congestion. Maybe that's why 6 million nasal allergy sufferers used Nasonex last year.
Side effects were generally mild and included headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing.
For more information, talk to your doctor and ask if Nasonex is the one for you.
It's a wonderful thing to recycle your old energy-wasting refrigerator. You'll save around $250 every year in electricity costs, and you'll be helping the environment. We'll even pick it up and give you $35. Call 800-299-7573 or visit appliancerecycling.com.
If you're thinking about buying a used car, a truck, or an SUV, come on in and see me. The Big Hit sales event is going on right now at Folsom Imports and Folsom Chrysler Jeep in the Folsom Auto Mall. There's only one place to buy a used car, and that's for me. We've got cars for $88 a month. We've got cars at $128 a month. We've got cars for every single budget you can think of. Come on in and see us right now. 2000 Ford Ranger, Big Hit, only $88 a month. 05 Dodge Ram 1500 truck, Big Hit, only $188 a month. 01 Ford Focus, Big Hit, only $88 a month. 04 GMC Sierra 4-wheel drive, Big Hit, only $188 a month. Hey, we are the King of Trucks. You won't even believe what we've got. All these trucks right here, $188 a month. It's unbelievable what we got. It's incredible. I'm okay. Keep it rolling. No, keep it rolling. Hey, keep it rolling. It's okay. It's okay. Come on in. We're taking big hits. Come on in, folks. We're taking big hits on these cars. You won't even believe it.
You get a lot more at Anna's.
New dishes?
Don't you just love them?
I've seen ones just like these at the home store for $45.
Well, at Anna's, they're only $14.99.
Just $14.99?
Everybody's talking about Anna's.
Anna's.
Coming up on World News after News 10 at 5, keeping warm this winter is going to take more cold, hard cash. There's a new report from the government on how your heating bill will change, and it's going up. The new medical test that promises to spare some breast cancer patients the pain and discomfort of chemotherapy. And we'll introduce you to an Olympic athlete who deserves a medal just for competing, but he's done a whole lot more than that. Christina, Dale, back to you.
All right, thanks. We're about to see a kangaroo, Charlie, that deserves a medal or something. This next story could quite possibly be the most amazing video ever to come from a car race, certainly in a very long time.
And this could possibly be the world's luckiest kangaroo. Take a look.
Clean it up pretty quickly. Oh, look at this, a replay at the top of the mountain. Jonathan Bykoff. Oh, that is so scary.
Oh, poor thing.
Somehow, clean it up
This
pretty
happened
quickly.
this weekend during a race
look,
in, well, you guessed it, Australia. The commentator said that at least 10 cars swerved or went off the track to avoid the kangaroo. Thankfully, no one was hurt, and the kangaroo just scampered away.
Yes, we want to emphasize happy ending.
Yes.
He's okay. We'll see you at 6.